Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live on December 12th, 2023. It is currently 8:21 in the AM time, Central Time Zone. Market is not open. We got about 9 minutes until the open, and we have a steady market today after the spike yesterday. Markets spiked up to getting out of that range that we have been talking about, but getting to that high from back of April of 2022. Especially with the S&P 500. So those are some of the things that we're going to discuss here on the show. We're going to do a quick market update, check and see what happened yesterday. And HNT is going to the moon. If you check the archives, we've been talking a lot about cryptocurrency, HNT to be one in particular, and that is really moving very nicely to the upside after we've been mining that for many times, many months, actually over a year now, and currently up 300%. Since the lows of September of this year, so a couple months here. Great move for HNT. So that's what we're going to discuss here on the show on Investing and Trading Live. Be sure to subscribe and like the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. We do appreciate all our Spreaker apps. That's Spreaker app. That Spreaker app listens and likes. We do appreciate that. It really helps the algorithms. So let's get into our market update. Before we do that, there is risk in trading and investing. You can and will lose money at one point in your life. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only, mainly mine. But hopefully you find it entertaining as well. S&P 500 yesterday closed at 461.99, almost at 470. Sorry, 470. I cannot do math today. 462 almost. And I believe we're right at the high. So yesterday opened up down ever so slightly, but then closed right near the high. We're looking to gap down just a little bit, a few cents, maybe 15, 20 cents here on the open. As we're talking, I'm going to pull up Forex Factor, our news website, to see what's going on with that. But that's your S&P 500 getting near those highs of, I mentioned earlier, 2022 of April. So we had a range that we've been sitting in. We talked about that again yesterday. We peaked out of there. Now we're really out of that range. But that being said, we're getting right to that high from 2022. And getting closer to those all-time highs. So it could potentially be a good shorting opportunity for those that are doing a couple different strategies with options. So that's your S&P 500 market update, SPY. Dow Jones Industrial Average yesterday closing at 364.69. Almost the same story opening up. It did show a little weakness right away, but closing near the highs. And we are looking to gap up on the day ever so slightly. This has been one of the more consistent drivers to the upside for the last month or so. And this one also right at all-time highs right now. So those buy and hopers I had talked about yesterday are feeling pretty good right now. They're back to where they were, so zero gains and actually negative returns over the past couple of years. But then again, they feel like they're in a good spot with zero gains. That's not a very good mental spot to be in, I'll tell you that. That's your Dow Jones Industrial Average. QQQ, which is your NASDAQ. This one almost at the highs again. Same story as the S&P 500. We were in that range since the middle of November, towards the beginning, I guess. And we finally have broke outside of that range. That being said, I don't think we're in much of a supply zone, but we might be. I got to double check on a different time frame. But that's your QQQ NASDAQ closing the day yesterday at 395.52. IWM, which is your Russell. This one's been the week one on the group. This one here, same story. It was up yesterday. Looks like we're going to gap down about 20 cents and 18 cents actually as of right now. But this one has been kind of the lagger and slowing down and in that range and not out of that range yet. As far as in correlation with the other ones. Volatility index was down yesterday. Oil was up. Any other major notables in the ETF market? Industrials and consumer staples were up almost 1%. XLE followed suit with oil and was up 0.12%. Let's go look at our spot prices. Oh, before we do that, I want to go look at the crude oil actual price. $69.49 currently. That market is open. It's a 24-hour market. So down 2.5% on the day after 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. Today we're looking to probably erase all the gains from the last 3 days, continuing that downtrend since September of this year. Wheat up 0.41% and corn up 0.42%. So those are following suit after the increase in price from November 27th all the way to the 7th of December. We've seen a pretty decent sized retracement here, especially on wheat here. So commodities have slowed down a little bit, probably because dollar has been going up. Gold, same story. Gold has been going down, dollar's been going up. That's going to be inversely correlated typically. So this one here showing some weakness out of that here. Silver, so that current price for gold, $1,984.33. Silver, $22.89. Same story. This chart looks exactly like gold. I got about 3 more minutes here. I want to get into right quick our cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin has slowed down, but then again is up on the day, up 1.19% at 41,774. I want to talk real quickly about HNT. HNT up that 291% in the last couple months here, and stuck in a little range for the past 6 days or so. But we're looking to see that go to the upside here over the next few days here. So HNT is looking good. I mentioned we've been mining that for many months, over a year now, and that's looking really good for those miners. There is a nationwide $20 mobile service from Helium, so that has been adopted in Miami, and I believe they're going nationwide now. That's just been the announcement, so I believe that's part of the catalyst for some of this run to the upside. As far as stocks yesterday, it's kind of interesting. The market was positive for the day, but your big movers like Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, Meta, those were all down pretty good on the day. I'm not sure what held price up yesterday. I mean, we'll probably find a stock that did really well. Actually, there was a couple that earnings were really good with that. I don't remember what it was, but Nordstrom's, Macy's was up 20%. Big move from Macy's, gapping down. Currently at $20.77, but looking to gap down to $20.17 here today. So that's quick market update for the day. It's 8:29. Got 1 minute for the open. Happy trading today, everybody. Make sure, as I mentioned earlier, to subscribe and like the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. The Spreaker app, Spreaker, and also Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. As always, collect your profits when they're given to, and protect your losses, keeping them small. Until next time, retire young, my friends.